The reclaiming of the site that previously hosted the asbestos mine, over 300 hectares between the municipalities of Balangero and Corio, was identified as of national interest by Law 426 of 1998. Besides a first appropriation of €15 million for the emergency safety actions, the Programme Agreement of 2007, signed between the territory authorities and the Ministry of the Environment, involved investments for €30 million, approximately 14 million of which have been utilised to date for the completion of the reclamation activities. The site is submitted to continuous maintenance as required to ensure the efficiency of the works and to protect the access to the site areas. The internal road network is constantly wetted in order to minimize the raising of dust at the passage of the means. The area of the former processing plants has been provided with a warehouse authorized for hazardous waste, which is managed by the company, whilst another private company manages a washing system for the reclaiming of the ferrous waste on a surface of approximately 6,000 square meters. The latter company has committed to draft the reclamation project on approximately 30,000 square meters of industrial buildings that contain machinery contaminated by asbestos. The so-called Body A has been completely demolished by removing the collapsed equipment, the ferrous materials of which shall be melted at the end of the washing process. The reclaiming of the adjacent area has been completed by emptying the 2 hoppers containing pure fibre of asbestos. The permanent safety project's building sites are at startup as a complement to the actions of hydrogeologic arrangement which have been developed so far, with special reference to the settling of the north side of the plants and to the permanent safety of the stone landfills which have been identified in the south area, towards Balangero. Nowadays, the landscape looks radically different than what it used to be. The quarry is occupied by a lake that contains more than 2 million cubic meters of water. The basin is supplied by underground water streams from the rocky substratum. A spillway system has been provided for safety. The most ancient stone landfills close to the quarry basin have been widely revegetated and now do not show any stability issues. The site hosts some tunnels which were once functional to the mining processes. Some of them shall be utilized, with minor adaptations, for the permanent confinement of the free fiber of asbestos. The sludge and any other material containing asbestos shall be located inside the confined volume, which is being planned and which has been identified in the compact rock flat area at the northern side of the quarry lake. The side is characterized by wide terraces on the south-facing sides. Such terraces are not visible from the plain underneath and are particularly appropriate for the installation of photovoltaic fields. A first lot of 1 megawatt peak value was recently authorized. The southern side of the mine towards the municipality of Balangero had been utilized as sterile broken stone landfill for decades, until the northern side towards the municipality of Corio was allocated to the same purpose. The permanent safety of the south side shall be ensured by the activities specified in the project, which is currently at the executive stage and shall include various works for water retention, the remodeling of the surfaces, and bioengineering actions aimed at consolidation. The previous actions in the top area of the landfill have allowed stabilizing and landsliding sites, retaining the surface water streams and reducing the dispersion of asbestos within the safety limits through extended green coverage of the surfaces. Thanks to the safety and reclamation actions implemented in the mining site, the concentration limits of fibers dispersed in the urban settlements of Balangero and Corio have not been exceeded for years. On the northern side, towards Corio, the mining activities had left a landfill of some 30 million cubic meters of stones, with side slopes exceeding 45 degrees. At the foot of the landfill, a safety embankment has been built to contain any landsliding of debris, and a stringer has been erected to support the steepest portion of the side. The hydrogeological safety has been enhanced by reprofiling the top portion of the volume, which called for the handling of approximately 260,000 cubic meters of broken stone, and by building terraces throughout a length of approximately 5,000 meters. Wooden chutes and slopes have been implemented for water retention. The cove-shaped furrows have been secured by means of reinforced piled earth and of sidewalls for the containment of the debris. The permanent safety of the landfill side is now being planned. The whole area has been revegetated by hydro-seeding from helicopter. Torrent Fandaglia, which flows at the basis of the landfill, has been contained by a series of hydraulic works. Both the landfill of the Corio side and the one facing Balangero are subject to slow processing gravity settlement, which calls for constant monitoring of both the environmental and geotechnical parameters. The high sludge tank in Premollo was submitted to urgent maintenance actions aimed at upholding the safety conditions of the surface and at restoring the affected hydraulic retention. The intermediate sludge tank in the same location, which underwent emergency safety actions, is now completely vegetated. The characterization of the site, which has proven to be particularly complex and demanding, shall allow for the full definition of both the reclamation and permanent safety objectives aimed at fulfilling the provisions of the 2007 Programme Agreement.